Hello and welcome to the Steel City Man channel, Monday Rant. Well, here we go. The rant this week is very much sport orientated, and I'm kitted out like this because ever since I was a young lad, about 9 or 10 years old, I've always been a strong supporter of one of my local soccer teams, Sheffield Wednesday FC. Although I must admit, as the years went by, I sort of fell out with soccer and turned to the sport of Rugby Union, which I now regard as the game of the gods. It's a much more honest game, and hopefully much more exciting, and hopefully I'll explain why during the course of this rant. The thing that really gets up my nose, well, nowadays I'm a strong supporter of one of the local rugby union sides, the Rotherham Titans. Last season they had a rough season, but 2 seasons before that, for 2 seasons before that, they narrowly missed promotion to the Premiership. They're a decent side. Here we go. The thing that really gets up my nose about soccer, and again, if I'd got hair, I'd pull it out in exasperation, because some of these footballers, soccer players, they get paid up to, I don't know, it's been reported that some of them are getting £350,000 per week to kick a pig's bladder around a field. My goodness. I mean, that in itself is worth a rant. The stupid wages that they get paid. £350,000 for a bit of training in week and 90 minutes graft on a Saturday. It's disgusting, really is. But it's not only that, but like I said, that's worth a rant on its own. But it's not only that, it's the total dishonesty that's crept into the game over the years. And we'll show you a few clips in a little while, which demonstrates exactly what I'm talking about. And the more famous you get, the more money you earn, the worse this situation gets. It's cheating, it's diving, it's pretending to be hurt, it's pretending to be fouled in order to get one of the opposition players sent off or booked. It's a thoroughly disgraceful thing to do. But it's so commonplace. Almost everybody that plays in the football Premiership in England is guilty of it. There's none more guilty of it than the Germans, the Italians, famous people like Messi and company. One of the opposition so much as comes within a foot of them, they throw the feet and arms up in air and crash to the ground. They roll over 9 times at least, and then they roll 9 times back the other way, clutching the leg until the trainer, and all the time they're rolling about, they're looking with one eye at the referee, making sure that he's going to get a yellow card out for the opposition. It's thoroughly disgusting. Just have a look at a few of these clips. It's an absolute travesty and a disgrace. And on the other hand, we've got the game I love most, Rugby Union, and there's a saying that a soccer player spends 90 minutes pretending that he's been hurt, whereas a rugby player spends 80 minutes pretending that he's not hurt. And a few of these clips will show you what I mean. I mean, can you imagine a soccer player taking a hit like these rugby players do and then just getting up and carrying on with the game? never happen in a million years. Like I say, they just fake being fouled. Arms go up in there. I mean, look at it this way. If you're running flat out with a ball and a player comes in and takes your legs from under you, you don't throw your arms up in air and bend your legs like a dying swan. You go down like a bag of shit. If you're running full speed and somebody whips your legs away, wallop, down you go. You've no time for these graceful swan dives. I don't know why referees don't book them and send them off. You see, nowadays they've got the benefit of this, I don't know, is it the fifth official? The slow motion replays, and referees, if there's a decision in doubt, can call upon this to rerun the offence or the alleged offence, and if it does prove that the guy that went down like a bag of spuds is feigning injury or cheating, then he should be sent off. But referees don't act on it. They will not use. We've had it in rugby for years. We've had it in cricket for years. But will the soccer chiefs take it on board? No, they won't. I don't know what they're scared of, but it's far better to arrive, just hold the game up for 30 seconds, arrive at the correct decision. Was it a goal? Was it not a goal? Alright, they do have goal line technology now which can decide whether it's a goal or not a goal. But in the case of feigning injury and cheating, blatant cheating, they refuse to use this playback system. I don't know why, but there it is. That's worth a rant on its own. I mean, referees, there's a saying that they should have gone to Specsavers. They need glasses. Half of referees are blind. Because even without slow motion replays, you can usually tell when a player is cheating. And if a referee spots that a player's cheating, off he goes. Send him off. That's my way of doing it anyway. That's what I'd do if I were a referee. I probably won't last long in my job. I'd probably get strung up by a crowd. It's absolutely shameful. They get all this money every week, and all they're playing for, they're not playing to win, they're not playing to score a goal, they're playing to get an opposition player sent off. And that is very wrong. That is so wrong, it's disgusting. Really is. Okay folks, that's not a very long rant, but I hope I've illustrated my point in showing how disgusted I am with some of these so-called sportsmen. They don't deserve the name sportsman. They really don't. Any player that cheats at sport is no good in my book. They need getting rid of, they need throwing out of the game. And I tell you what, if referees did send them off and they got suspended and fined, and let's face it, if you're earning £350,000 every week, a £2,000 fine's not going to make any difference to you. You'll gladly pay it every week and you won't miss it. But if you find them a month's wages, that'd hurt them. Get them off. We don't need it. Rugby Union, game of the gods. They play for the game, they play for the sport, they play for the team. Alright, some of you cynics might mention the incident of Bloodgate a few years ago. That was one isolated incident where a rugby union player crunched a blood pellet in order to stop the game and get sent off or get taken off for treatment, etc. That was a one-off incident. By and large, rugby players are very honest. Alright, they have a few punch-ups, usually in the heat of a scrum or a bad tackle, you know. But generally speaking, it's a very honest game. They play the game as a sport. They play it to win, you know. They don't play to cheat in order to win. So anyway, there you go. That's my little rant for this Monday. Don't forget, folks, if you've enjoyed this, give me the thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe as well. I won't be wearing this every time, don't worry. And if you do subscribe, ring the bell. Then you can tell when I've uploaded another video. So I'll see you next on Wednesday in Walk a Mile in My Shoes. Hopefully this coming Friday I will have my Techno Babble for Technophobes tech review channel up and going. I'm just in the final stages of preparation. So thanks for watching and cheerio for now, folks.